I want to tell you a story about me and my friend Willard Miller. He and I used to go out in the woods where there's no land. There's just trees growing right up out of the water. And we used to go out in a paddle boat sometimes, and sometimes we'd go out in a Joe boat, which had a motor on it, and we would ride all around. And this particular time, we went out so far that we had to spend the night out there, and it was freezing cold. But we brought our tent and we brought our food, and we were working to try to make some food to eat. And finally, after a long time, we sat around, we ate some food, we told stories, we played our guitar, and he played his flute, and we went to sleep in our tent. In the morning, the water had risen up because the tides rose, and it made the boat sink. And we couldn't get the motor started. So we had to put we had to pull the string on the motor over 100 times, and it still wouldn't start. But then these men came, and they were going fishing, and they told us, okay, we will come and pick you up when we're finished fishing. And so when they came back, they picked us up when they dragged our boat in, and on the way back it started snowing, and it never snows in South Louisiana. It was like a dream. Little white snow coming down and sticking on the tops of the branches, but it would melt immediately when it touched the water. And then finally we were on our way back, just about to get back, and Willard Miller thought, hey, how could we pay these guys back for giving us a towing our boat in? And he said, I have this loaf of bread that my mother gave us and we didn't eat, and she made this bread herself. It's homemade bread, and maybe they would like that. And so when we gave it to them, they were really nice, and they thanked us, and we called our parents, and they came and picked us up. And then I wrote this little song about that, and it goes like this. Ain't got much money, but here's a loaf of bread. Ain't got much money, but here's some bread instead. Ain't got much money to pay you for the tow. But if you hadn't come by, we'd be stuck out in the snow. Ain't got much money, but here's a loaf of bread. Ain't got much money, but here's some bread instead. Ain't got much money to pay you for the tow. But if you hadn't come by, we'd be stuck out in the snow. Yee-haw! Thank you. This is the person who did the good recording. Good job. Turn off the camera. Press the button.
This?
Uh-huh.